Hey, what's up y'all? Back with another video, and today I am going to show y'all how to make the crispiest, most flavorful, just the best ever buttermilk fried chicken. So y'all, let's go right into it. So to start, you want to make sure you have some nice cleaned chicken, okay? But these are all the other ingredients that I'm going to be using. But back to the chicken, y'all. So like I said, make sure that chicken is nice and clean, nice and pat dry. If you need to like trim off any of the excess fat, definitely make sure you do that. We don't need a whole bunch of like excess fat and like all of those little like little thin little strands of fat all throughout the chicken. We don't want that. So make sure you get all of that off. So now onto the seasonings. I have everything listed on the screen for your convenience. But again, I just want to mention that this is just a guide. You know, this is just what I like to put in my fried chicken. Definitely tweak it, add or subtract, whatever you like, do that. However, the one thing you cannot skip, or it won't be what it actually is the buttermilk, okay? You need that buttermilk in there, and the buttermilk helps to tenderize the chicken. It helps to bind the seasoned flour to the chicken, and it really just adds another layer of just that kind of like I can't really describe it. It's just flavor, okay? Let's just call it flavor, okay? But make sure you mix that chicken up really, really well. Get that buttermilk all up under the skin of that chicken. You know, don't be shy. Get your hands all up in there, okay? The chicken wants it. The chicken is craving to be touched, okay, y'all? Anyway, y'all, now to the seasoned flour. Going in with 3 cups of all-purpose flour, and then I'm just literally going in with all of the exact same seasonings as from earlier on that I just talked about. So make sure you put those seasonings up in there, shake everything all up around, get those ingredients all mixed up together, nice and incorporated, nice and introduced, okay? You want them to be friends, you want them to be harmonious, you want them to be nice and mixed well. All right, so after you do all of that, it is time to drop that chicken into that seasoned flour, okay? Don't go crazy with this part right here, okay? Don't add all of the chicken you have, okay? Just do a couple pieces of chicken in this part because you don't want things to start getting too clumpy, you know, with the buttermilk and then the flour kind of like clunking all up together. You don't really want that, okay? But also, you have to go in with a couple of little drops of that seasoned buttermilk. You see me kind of like zooming in a little bit, and I'm actually using one of the extra drumsticks to kind of like shake off some of that excess buttermilk. But that right there helps to create those nice little pockets of crispiness. You know, whenever you go to like Popeyes or maybe KFC, you know, and the chicken is extra crispy. It has like those little, they almost look like corn flakes on the chicken actually. This is how you get that, okay? So once the oil has reached about 370 degrees, you want to drop that chicken in there, okay? Don't touch it. Leave it in there for about 2 minutes or so for that first side, especially because these are drumsticks and, you know, they don't really cook too long. So just leave it on there for about 2 to 2.5 minutes on the first side. And then after that, you want to just flip it over and cook it again on that second side for again another 2.5 to maybe 3 minutes tops. But you can also just definitely check the internal temperature of that chicken. And when that chicken reaches 165 degrees Celsius, you know that this chicken is ready to come out, okay? The chicken will still be nice and juicy. The outside is going to be nice and crunchy thanks to that buttermilk and that little tip I shared with y'all about adding a few drops of that buttermilk into that seasoned flour. This is how you achieve that crispy, crunchy outer skin of that chicken while still keeping it nice and moist and flavorful and juicy on the inside, y'all. So now that I have that part done, I'm just going in with my second batch. So the second batch were some thighs. The thighs take a little bit longer to cook. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. So what I like to do with the thighs is I like to just put them in and let them cook on that first side for about maybe 2 to 3 minutes or so. After that, flip it over, let it cook for another 2 to 3 minutes on that next side. And then after that, you really just want to kind of just play around with it and just flip it over, you know, maybe like once every 30 seconds or so it can still cook, but so it's not really just burning or staying too long on one side. Because obviously, as you see, we're using a cast iron skillet, and one, cast iron heats up really, really hot, and it really retains a lot of that heat. And 2, these are chicken thighs, and you know, you really want to make sure that you're cooking them nice and evenly. But also, you want to make sure that you know, I guess it reaches 165 degrees internally without burning the outside, okay? So flipping it over every 30 seconds or so, once it's about 75% of the way done, is how you achieve that. So y'all know I've been rambling and just talking and all of that. So I hope that y'all got some good tips from, you know, me just kind of sharing my buttermilk fried chicken recipe with you all. Definitely let me know what you think about it down below in those comments. And yeah, I mean, I'm taking this chicken out now. I'm about to just dig right into it. Y'all already know how I do. So I served this buttermilk fried chicken actually with some succotash. And I did share this video on my channel a few months back, so it might look a little familiar to y'all. But I mean, to to those who it isn't familiar with, or you're not familiar with it, then yeah, there you go. You're welcome. But y'all, thanks so much for watching. As you see, that chicken is nice and crunchy on the outside, nice and juicy on the inside. And y'all, it was so good. So y'all, that's all I have for y'all today. I will see y'all in the next video. Later.